What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Entice Sense Fragrance Reviews. Today, we're going to I'm going to give you three of my, I guess you could say, nostalgic fragrances. These are the fragrances that kind of piqued my interest from an early age. And some in my teens and some a little later, but this really kind of gets you into the whole realm of fragrances. You kind of dabble here and there, you see what you like, what you don't like. These are three nostalgic fragrances in my collection that really spoke to me in the early days, my young days of fragrances. Let's dig into it. All right, so these three fragrances I'm about to present to y'all are three fragrances that are very nostalgic fragrances. I know everybody has their go-to nostalgic fragrances, whether it could be fragrances from your dad, from your uncle, from your mom, from your cousins, somebody in your family that were older and into fragrances that kind of got you hooked onto fragrances. And this fragrance right here is one. This is not that old. This was back in 2012, 2013. This is about 2013. This came out around 2013. And this one was one of the ones. I think they've changed the formula because I don't remember it smelling like this. It was a lot sweeter. It was a lot more smoother than it is now. Now it smells like an old uncle. And then maybe my nose might have changed from then to now. I'm pretty sure it has. But this was one that really piqued my interest back in the day. This is Anucci. Anucci is I guess you could say like a grown man country club type of fragrance, something that you wear to, with your polo or button down, nice little quarter zip or something like that. Nice little Kango, get your golf clubs, whatever little golfing hat, golfing shoes, and you hit the fairways, you know what I'm saying? So this is Anucci. We're gonna run off the top notes. Top notes are jasmine, bergamot, chamomile, lemon, and precious woods. Okay, and then in the mid we got lavender, patchouli, and vetiver. Okay, and then last but not least we got amber musk and oak moss. So this is like a real studious type of debonair type of fragrance. You know what I'm saying? This is something like your uncles would have wore, your pops would have wore back in the day. Real nice, but like I said, it still smells. It smells good, but it's really dated. It's really, really dated, and it could be, like I said, they kind of changed the formulas up a little bit, but I don't remember it smelling like this. You know what I'm saying? But it is kind of dated to a degree. So that's one. So next on my list is I'm gonna say the best for last. I'm gonna definitely say the best for last. But this one right here, this is the Le Eau d'Issy pour Homme Intense, the Issey Miyake. You know what I'm saying? This is basically the intense version of that. This is a 07. This is a 07 one, so it's back down the line. You know what I'm saying? This is the Le Eau d'Issy pour Homme Intense. This is basically the intense version of Issey Miyake, smelling the Kawasaki. So only the ones that know from back in that era, they understand that line. But this is a very nostalgic fragrance. Back in the day, this is what spawned the whole, Issey Miyake type of thing. So right now we're gonna hit you with the top notes. This is mandarin orange zest. Okay, orange yuzu, and with this line, there was a lot of yuzu across the whole line. And bergamot, that's the top. The mid is cardamom, camphor, cinnamon, nutmeg, blue lotus, saffron, and in the base we got frankincense, ambergris, benzoin, and papyrus. So like I said, this was one of those ones. It gives you like that yuzu tea. It's almost like a tea type of scent to it. It gives me like tea, but it's the yuzu. The yuzu has that tea-ish type of accord to it. This is really nice. This is a nice going out fragrance, real studious, going out, real nostalgic. It smells like early 2000s, but it's good. This is one that you can still wear to this day. So it's not something that's really dated to where you wouldn't want to be caught, wearing it. But this is a different scent profile that most of the people nowadays, they don't use this scent profile too much. So it's still around, and if you're very nostalgic and you know about this line, the L'Eau d'Issy, definitely check this out. You know what I'm saying? So we got the L'Eau DC Pour Homme Intense. You see me, it's got my Kawasaki. So I definitely had to say the best for last. I say the best for last. This is the one that caught my heart years ago, man, when I was younger, man. This definitely caught my heart, man. This is one of the ones, and they still rocking to this day, but they don't make this one anymore. This is the intense version of 1 million. This is the intense version of 1 million. This is 1 million intense. 1 million intense. And this bottle is empty. They don't even make this one no more really like that. I'm pretty sure you could probably find it. If somebody will probably charge you an arm and a leg for this dang on thing. But this is one of the ones that really captivated me. To this day, if I could get me another 2-3 bottles of the intense, I'll definitely grab it, and I will probably use one, and the other two I'll just keep in my collection for keepsake's sake. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this is good. This is beautiful juice, man. This is beautiful juice. So, in here you have cardamom, red mandarin, orange, black pepper, saffron. Okay, the mid you have cinnamon, neroli, rose absolute. And in the base, you have sandalwood, patchouli, orris root, and white leather. So this is smooth white leather. Right now everybody's on the whole dark leather type stuff, but that white leather and this whole makeup for this was so smooth, Like you could throw this on. This was a dumb reach, and you'll get hella compliments wearing this. I used to get hella compliments wearing this thing, man. I used to love this stuff. I love this stuff, bro. This is a 100 milliliter bottle, man. I love this stuff. Paco Rabanne, y'all have changed. Paco Rabanne has changed, They've changed their whole line to a degree, So a lot of their old formulas, they've changed the name of the company. They've changed their juices around. So that I wouldn't say like they kind of lost that little oomph, but they did kind of change it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the same as it used to be. But there's some good fragrances coming out of the Paco Rabanne house. Well, it's now Rabanne. It's not Paco Rabanne. So somebody dropped off. So it is what it is. It happens. But with that being said, this was, like I said, a list of 3 of my nostalgic fragrances that really piqued my interest from years ago before I really got deep into the fragrance game like that. So let me know in the comments, what are your nostalgic fragrances? It could be 1, 2, or 3 or more. Let me know in the comments, what is your nostalgic fragrance that really piqued your interest from years ago that got you into fragrances. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check me out over at TikTok as well, and IG under Entice Scents. It's all under the same name, Entice Scents. And that is how we gonna check it up out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.